what is a non-compete clause in the UAE and what you should know about these very interesting clauses when you work in the UAE. 2 seconds and we go straight into the questions. Hello everyone, my name is Maria Rubert, lawyer and arbitrator based in Dubai in the UAE for the past 15 years. I'm happy to be with all of you today to talk about a question that I am being approached the last few weeks with more questions than normal, let's say. So what is a non-compete clause? If you work in the UAE, if you have worked in the UAE, I'm very sure you have come across towards the end of the contract with 2 clauses, confidentiality and non-compete clauses. They are not the same. They are separate clauses and they address different aspects, but they usually come together as a pack. So first of all, just to get it out of the way, confidentiality clauses. Confidentiality clauses tend to protect the employer, the company, in terms of business projects, business plans, clients, IT they may have, trademarks, patents, you name it. And then we also have non-compete clauses. Confidentiality clauses tend to be straightforward. They protect the interest and the information, plus the UAE and the ADGM or the IFC have specific data protection laws that address this. So this is to protect the company and also the clients and their data, right? And then you have the confidentiality, and then you have the non-compete clauses. Non-compete clauses go beyond and significantly beyond, because what they say is that you cannot work after the employment. You cannot work after the employment. So what do you need to keep in mind? First of all, confidentiality clauses tend to be straightforward. They are fully enforceable in the UAE. Non-compete clauses, not always. In order to be enforceable, they will need to comply with Article 10 of the UAE Labour Law, Federal Law number 33 of 2021. So this Article 10 sets the framework. And what it does is that it requires companies to be very specific in the scope of the activity. Can you apply non-compete to just all your employees? Chances are that no, because I will read what Article 10 tells us, and Article 10 in the first paragraph, it tells us if the work entrusted to the worker allows him, of course him or her, to be aware of the employer's clients or to access the secrets of the work, the employer may stipulate in the employment contract that the worker shall not, after the end of the contract, compete with him or participate in any competing project in the same sector, provided that the condition is determined in terms of time, location, and type of work to the extent necessary to protect the legitimate business interest. And the period of the non-compete shall not exceed 2 years from the date of expiry of the contract. So what's important? First of all, the worker that maybe it's you that you have been limited or will be limited, or you think that you may be limited, or the company, if you want to limit an employee, you need to ensure that that worker is aware of the client and has access to the secrets of the company. What could be secrets of the company? Perhaps the margin of operations of the company tend to be within the description of protected information, the business plans, financial information, product information. All of this is information. It's information that needs to be protected. One thing is confidentiality and another is non-compete. So of course confidentiality will apply, but non-compete, can you prevent a former employee or an employee today and former employee later on to work with a competing business. This is done why? If you are a company and you are going to be training your employees, this will give you peace of mind. This will give you peace of mind because it's like information you give them is not gonna be held against you, right? So this is what this Article 10 or Law number 33 of 2021 is trying to do. But it's very important, the duration. Usually we see durations of 6 months, of 1 year. The geographic location, can you say you cannot work anywhere? These chances are that will not be accepted. Yes, UAE is commonly seen, or Dubai or Abu Dhabi. You can be even more precise. You need to be balancing. Is it really required that I do it like this? If in the UAE there are only 2 companies that do what you do, maybe it's legitimate that you limit to the country. There are hundreds, you may want to be a bit more specific, is to be seen. Then the scope of the activity. You need to list, and if you don't list it, the courts, what they're gonna do is that they're gonna look at your license and they will understand that they cannot work in a company similar to your license activity. So you want to be precise. It doesn't mean that because you list the full list of activities with DED that will be enforceable. Why? Are you listing other activities that are not on your license? So usually will be the license activity, okay? And then if you really want to block that employee, you may want to pay them something as consideration for not working. This again, you're paying them for not working, right? So something to think about with key employees, companies, is that perhaps it's gonna cost you, but perhaps you can make the notice period long. You make 6 months period, you wanna fire that employee, you're gonna have her blocked for 6 months. The same way that employee wants to leave, won't be able to compete against you immediately. So think about key employees and their notice period. And again, very important, that balancing. And what happens if you have a very hard non-compete clause? What can you do or what can you not do? It's very important that you get legal advice. Usually what I ask when someone approaches me with a non-compete clause question, I will ask for the contract to understand, and I will my first assessment will be, is this clause enforceable? Have they gone over the limits of what's enforceable and what is not enforceable? So this will be the first thing, and also it will be important when the employee comes to see us to understand what are the plans, yes, and whether it's within the reasonable parameters of the labor law in the UAE. So I hope that you have learned a little bit. I hope you are not going through this at the moment and you are only watching this video out of curiosity, because next to divorce cases, employment disputes are next to the most difficult, especially to those employees going over them. So I hope it's not your case. If so, please shoot me any question that you may have. I will be very happy to turn it into a general question so everyone can benefit. If you have learned a little bit, if you have liked the video a little bit, please do like the video. Please do subscribe to my channel to get to new information as soon as it is out, and follow me on other social media. I also speak about other areas of my day-to-day, such as my practice as arbitrator, my work as a firm, not only as a lawyer. And if you're looking into building a career in international law, follow me so you can understand a bit more what it means. I thank you so much for your loyalty to the channel, and I look forward to continue creating content. Shoot me again questions that are of interest to you, and I will turn them into general questions. Thank you so much.